Hello and welcome to Old Lady Plays. I'm Kate, the Old Lady, and this is The Comparison, episode 1 of this new occasional series on the channel. In this series, we will examine a pair of games in each mini-series, both treating with the same material. In today's episode, D-Day at Normandy, 1944. We have two GMT games that cover very similar periods, these being Normandy 44 by Mark Simonich and The Dark Summer by Ted Racer. I recently won the latter in a giveaway at San Diego HistCon, shout out to Harold and the staff, and in the process of their crossing the border into Canada, a friend who was forwarding them from the US, shout out to Zilla Blitz, added a copy of Normandy 44 into the package. So I ended up with two very similar games arriving in the same packaging. On the surface, these are virtually identical games. They cover the same event, D-Day and the period after it, at the same scale, 2.3 miles per hex, on roughly the same map as you can see drifting by in the background. The only scale difference between them is the length of the game turn. In Normandy 44, this is 1 day per turn, while in the Dark Summer this is a little over a week per turn, a 1/4 of a month. The units are battalions to brigades in size in both games, so the counter count is a pretty similar one too. Game length and hours to play are roughly similar, as well, at an estimated 3 to 4. It's unclear whether this is supposed to represent the full length of the game in either case. So what's really different? Why are there two games of this more or less exact same period by the same publisher? Well, the biggest difference is in the activation system. Normandy 44 uses a fairly traditional I go, you go system, while the Dark Summer uses a chit pool system to handle activations. This results in a more integrated ebb and flow of action in the latter, with the Germans given reaction activations to allow them to respond to Allied initiatives. I should be noting that I haven't yet played either game, as my gaming space is currently hors de combat, as it goes renovations. The other main difference between the two is the period covered. I know I said this was virtually the same, but there's a small difference that I think will significantly change the way each plays. This is the time scale. Normandy 44 uses 1 day per turn for 22 turns in the campaign game, June 6th to 27th. The Dark Summer covers a longer period at a 1/4 month per turn, running from June 6th to August 21st in 10 turns. With fewer turns, I expect the urgency to be somewhat higher in the Dark Summer, which may seem paradoxical as Normandy 44 covers a much shorter period in days, 22 versus 76, but those 22 turns seem like a luxury next to a parsimonious 10 in the Dark Summer. This has knock-on effects, of course. In Normandy 44, the weather is determined on a daily basis, leading to good recreation of the feelings of commanders on the ground at the time. The Germans will love the bad weather, hoping to keep Allied air power out of the skies, while the Allies hope for bright sunny days. In the Dark Summer, weather lasts a week or so. The same dynamics will appear, but each chit pulled will have a larger effect on the game, because there are only 10 turns. Normandy 44 has about 32 pages of rules, while the Dark Summer has just 24, with a larger font and more diagrams as well as color. The Dark Summer, however, includes a playbook of 20 pages, which is a huge and detailed example of play. So, going forward with these two games, I'm going to play about a third of each game, then I'm going to come back to make a more in-depth comparison in a later video. I hope you'll join me. Until then, I wish you well, I hope you have a great day, and take care.